All right, Shalom. I want to give our praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His Son, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone of well. Peace and salutation, all the argument pushing this truth with our righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. This your brother Tazim the bar coming back through the spirit and power Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. And through the spirit, I'm gonna do a real quick lesson, basically going in a Sedition of Men. I'm going back off on the off the elders page from the New York camp, and basically just gonna let him go in how it's about to start being uproars of the people, even within the police force, man. That division is starting to take place, it's starting to manifest, man. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson through the spirit.
Um, Now, another thing that we've been talking about to you brothers and sisters, all right, ever since I could remember, is that they don't need the police force. Remember, we've been telling you they got troops, hired troops, foreign troops, because they know that these police officers, and what they're going to do, they're going to replace the police officers with the military, which they've done this throughout the whole George Floyd, and on Antifa ordeal. Remember, they're bringing in the military. That was all practice runs. Okay, so they don't need a police. They'll just replace them with the military. But you know what? The military is going to get cold feet. Also, they already know this. They got this plan already. They know the police are not going to. A large majority of them are going to turn in their badges, as well as the military is not going to go through it because they're in their backyard. You know, they got their cousins, they got their friends, family members, so they're not going to go through these orders because they have their loved ones here. You know, a lot of them are actually deceived, thinking that they're actually here to serve and to protect citizens, but you're not. You're here to serve and protect the elites. So a lot of them are gonna turn away from their duties. So what they're gonna do, and they show you this in damn, what the hell's that movie? The Purge, is that they're gonna hire they've got Gurkha troops, some foreign military on standby, you know, on standby, that they have contract killers, and they're gonna send them in lieu of the police officers and the military. Okay.
To enforce that at work here.
That's in the book of Second Esdras. You know, talks about the great insurrection, and then it talks about how they're gonna run up in houses, sparing none.
On other people's families, then that means that there are officers where we live enforcing that onto our families. We live in a free country. You should
see what I'm talking about? Their own families. Okay, so they're not gonna go through with this because you're gonna have a fellow officer, you know, locking up his boys' family. They're not gonna do that, you know, because they have they're not gonna do that.
Choice whether you want to be vaccinated or unvaccinated. It should not be the government's decision.
Yeah, TikTok's been putting out a lot of heat lately. But yeah.
Yeah, hey, and the elders on point, man, because this is the spirit. This is off. It said this was basically what's going to take place in L.A. It says 3,000 LAPD officers seek to resist the city's Vanessa mandate by applying for religious medical exemptions, man. And this is what they're going to start pushing, man. But at the same time, we know that Esau Edom's going to push out that propaganda where he's going to try to demonize that and try to get away with that, so he can just go ahead and make it mainly mandatory. That's what he's going to push, because you got to understand he's a wise serpent, man. He's wiser than Daniel. So he's going to bring forth the heavy propaganda, start having these type of false flags with the anti-max people, and then try to be justified of making people take the juice, man. We all know through the spirit that this is heavy prophecy taking place, man. But real quick, this is the book of Matthew chapter 24, verse verse 6. And you should hear of wars and rumors of wars. And we can hear that taking place, man. We hear all the wars and commotions taking place around the four corners of the earth, man. Everything's lining up to Babylon the Great. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom is against kingdom. And that's what you're going to see. You're going to have class wars, race wars, all these different type of insurrections going to take place within the society, man. But he said, He said, then shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. And we already been seeing the different earthquakes, the famine of food taking place, man. It's a famine of food taking place right now. But why? Shortage of workers, man. Shortage of people at the meat supply companies. Shortage of people working at all these different type of various places that supply food. Even truckers. It's gonna be a famine of food. Then the pestilence, what the Crown Warrior 99, and also the new variant, man. It's all these different variants that they're pushing out. So we see in the beginning, man, and verse 8, all these are beginning of sorrows. We see in the beginning of sorrows, man. We see in the things that we've been speaking about for years, starting our apostles and elders for a long time, been speaking about all these prophecies that's about to start manifesting, taking place, man. And the elder quoted it, man. This second Esdras 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that do the end. The scripture says, woe. Woe means destruction. Destruction to the world, man. It says, for the sword and the destruction draweth near. We can see that the sword and destruction is drawing near, man. How Esau Edom is setting up the stage to bring straight anarchy and chaos, man. That's why it's called order out of chaos, man. On the back of your dollar bill, it's called order out of chaos. In Latin, it's called ordo nullo seclorum, man. This is what you see this devil, he's manifesting, bringing forth to the society, man. Babylon the Great. And it says, and one people should stand up and fight against another, and the swords in their hand. And that's what you're gonna see take place, man. You already seen the anti-juice versus the juice people, man. And they're pushing that so hard in the media where they're demonizing people that haven't got the juice, man. And they're making that great division amongst families, man. And now you having family members that ain't talking to other family members because they ain't juice. You can't come to my house if you don't have the juice. All this heavy propaganda that Esau Edom's pushing out, he's doing that for that great division, man. Verse 16, but we already know through the Spirit, it's the Spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shah, because like the scriptures say, real quick, Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth so wherever he will. And this is the Most High will. He's doing this, man. He's stirring up these mandates and this separation, this division through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemal Shah. He's the one that's doing it. 2 Esdras 15, verse 16. For there should be sedition among men, evading one another. And that's what he was talking about, that sedition among men. That's what you see about to take place, man. A lot of cops is going to resign. A lot of it's going to be cops versus militia groups and things like that. The UN troops, all these Gurga troops and things like that are going to be here on this soil, man. That's about to take place, man. It says, for there should be sedition among men, evading one another. They not should regard their kings or their princes. In the course of their actions, shall stand in their power. And you're gonna see that, man, because they don't give a damn about Joe Biden, man. Because if you clearly see, they've been had a lot of chants going around. It's going viral at football games and things like that. Everybody's been saying FJB, man, and that's what's taking place, man. Because you have a lot of mass protests, real quick, taking place, even in Babylon. Let's watch.
When New York comes out, the world comes out. When the world listens to New York, we win. Now, I want to ask everybody in this audience, all of you freedom-loving people, isn't it great to be free? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be free? Raise your hand. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be free? Now, I want you to send a message to Brazil. I want you to send a message to London. I want you to send a message to Germany. I want you to send a message to Los Angeles. I want you to send a message that we are going to fight every day to be free. Now, they don't poke the bear now. See, they don't poke New York now.
He don't even really understand what he said, huh? They don't poke the bear. That's talking about Russia, big dog. But I'm gonna read this again, 2 Esdras 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, evading one another, and that's what you're about to see taking place. Anarchy and chaos is starting to manifest in these last days. Because when these mandates go out very soon, a lot of people are not gonna have jobs, man. And then the people that got the jobs, they're gonna start breaking in their houses, man. Not regarding, not invading one another's. Why the people you got? Oh, I ain't got the juice. I can't enter. People gonna start raiding them places, man. Busting up shop, man. Busting these damn owners' heads open, man. The people that that's telling you to get the juice, they're gonna be busting their head open, going through their food shops and all these various places, restaurants, and wrecking shop, man. You've been seeing that taking place already. He said they should not regard their kings or princes, and of course of their actions should stand in their power. And that's what you're about to see take place. They don't give a damn about JB, man. They don't give a damn about JB. They're gonna do whatever they have to do to get to get it out the mud so they can survive in these last days. And that's what you're seeing taking place, man. That survival mode is about to take place here in Babylon the Great, man. So you're gonna see all that anarchy and chaos, man. Like the movies like Black Summer and things like that, man. All these purge movies, man. A lot of these movies about to start taking place. It's called predictive programming. That's why they've been pushing these movies so hard in your face, because this is about to take place very soon. And we can clearly see that, man. We can clearly see that, man. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go to the city and shall not be able. Why are they not gonna be able? Because they're gonna put up they're gonna put up checkpoints, man. If you ain't got the juice, you can't go this far. If you ain't got the juice, you can't get on the highway. If you ain't got the juice, you can't go to the hospital. All these different mandates they're about to push, they're gonna make that great division where the people are gonna do what? Lash out and start fighting back, man. And that's gonna create what? A lot of chaos in the city, man. Verse 18. For because of the pride of the city shall be trouble, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And that's what's coming, man. Because the pride of the city, man. This is why this place is going out the way it's going out, man. Because America's so damn proud, man. This is that lofty, proud place, or ruled by who? Esau, Edom, man. These damn devils, man. And the way the way of the king is the way of the people, as the scriptures say, man. Verse 19: A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy the houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of their lack of bread and for great tribulation. Like I said, man, these people ain't gonna have no food. They're gonna be busting up in these restaurants and your Walmart, all these different places, and they're gonna have to put the troops out there. They're gonna have to put the troops on the ground so to keep from the insurrection and all the chaos from taking place, man. So we can clearly see that the writings on the wall, but a lot of things about to take place, man. And like the scriptures say, pray at your flight being a winter. We're going into the winter time, man. We're going into the winter time where it's about to be real cold, and a lot of people are gonna be assed out, man. Why? Because they got the moratorium, the eviction notice, all these things like that. That's still in effect. A lot of people about to get evicted, man. They got. You can go look it up. They got damn U.S. Marshals help evict people, man. So it's about to get real bad out here, man. These people are gonna be not regarding their kings. They're gonna be fighting back, lashing out, and it's gonna be what? Order out of chaos, man. Esau Edom's creating the chaos so he can bring forth the order, man. He's gonna already have the UN troops. He already had them stationed in place where they can go ahead and roll them out to help bring forth the order, man. Because you gotta understand, like you said, like you seen in the start of the video, a lot of these cops is not gonna regard their kings, and they're gonna do what? They're gonna be out here trying to fight to get out the mud too, man. You seen that in plenty of movies, man, where these cops drop their badges and be like, fuck that, man. They be just to come as civilians because they got to protect their families as well, man. And that's what you about to see take place, man. So this society is through, man. Babylon the Great is finished, man. That's why we got to keep hastening today, keep sending up these prayers, and get pray to how Shema Shai remember mercy, because we're in the times where it's about to get bad. It's about to get ugly out here, man. It's about to get real ugly out here, man. So with that, Lord willing, just a quick edifying lesson through the Spirit, man. I'm gonna say, call Holy Yamla, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to my apostle, elders, great millstone of well. Peace and salutation on the Acharim, pushing this truth without righteousness and sincerity. Shalom, shalom.